Hi there, my name is Lauren Heil. I am a graphic designer and educator, as well as a Google certified innovator. So, with a background as a designer and educator, a lot of what I do incorporates the student experience into how we integrate technology into our classroom. And so, today we're going to be talking about building community in an e learning space using Google Slides. So this is what we'll be creating today. We're going to make a simple this or that activity for our students. They'll put in their name, a selfie, and then use these circles to select their this or that choices. And there's going to be two ways to share this with students. So one, you can post this to your Google Classroom and just make sure that students can edit one file. You'll have one giant slide deck for students to interact in. That way they can comment on each other's pages and interact with each other through the document. Or if you're not using Google Classroom, you can also just share the link, make sure that everyone with the link can be an editor, and then push that out to your students, whichever way you choose. So we are going to start with creating the background for our slides. First, for this activity, we don't need students to be able to move everything around the page, and you'll see that I kind of created this already. So I have just some simple shapes and text boxes here. So some instructions for placing in a selfie. I have two different text boxes here for the this or that choices. In my instructions, I've highlighted the words, the circles in blue, so that when we have our blue circles on the page, it just helps that instructional piece a little bit with some more visual support there. And then this is a text box as well, just a simple line going down the middle to separate the two. So I've built that using slides. Now these things I don't want students to be moving around on the page. So what I'm going to do is actually download it as a JPEG. And the way to do that is File, Download, and then you can select JPEG. PNG will also work too. So either one of those is fine. I'm going to select JPEG, and you'll see it starts to download there. And so what I can do is I can actually just take these elements out, go back to my blank slide, and I'll click on Background up here at the top. And you can see that you can choose an image there. So we're going to save our image as the background so that students can't move it around. So I'll go to my downloads folder. There's a lot of files here, but you'll see that the JPEG name is actually the same name as our slide deck. So I'll go ahead and just select that. And then once that I can see that it's placed in there, I'll click done. And now you can see, if you're a student, you can't move any of these things around. So this is pretty successful for us so far. Okay, our next step from here is to add in a shape that our students can go ahead and highlight the text and edit their name that way. And then we have our circles being placed in here, which are essentially just plain circles with a transparent center and a thick blue outline. So everything that I have students interacting with, I'm keeping this blue color just to help them out a little bit more. And the last thing that I'm going to do is duplicate this slide, or I can use Shift to copy multiple and copy and paste. So I'll do this for as many students as I have. And that way each student can go in, find a page, and put in their name. Or if you have a pretty small class, you could probably just put in each of their names in there as well so that they can find their page a little bit easier. And that is it. Once you have that document ready, you are ready to share with your students and start to get to know them and build some community in your new e-learning community.